What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Tony D2 Wild checking in once again, back with the bang of the day, guys. And I wanted to give you guys today the first mag on the P365X macro. So today, guys, we have the P365X macro in full effect. I would say it's definitely one of the main comparisons when it comes to that of the Springfield Hellcat. And if you guys know, I've been, rocking the Springfield Hellcat for quite some time, the Pro version, of course. And I love it. I have nothing really negative to say except for it is a little bit of a snappy young boy, you feel me? And the P365XL has been one of the main, back and forth, those two. Mainly the 365XL was matching up with the Hellcat. Then the Hellcat Pro came out, which featured the 15 round magazine compared to like the 65, only the 12. The XL, I could be wrong on that. I never owned the XL version, but the Hellcat Pro was kind of in its own lead until this back came out its way. This is featuring, of course, the 17 round magazine. This weight and everything is pretty much hand in hand the same as the Hellcat. The one difference, though, however, is the barrel. So you see this when you look at the guns, and I'll go ahead and go grab the Hellcat. So disregard, of course, the threaded barrel, which I added on recently. I found a threaded barrel for the Pro, which I would do an update video on this very soon to show you guys and talk all about it. But check it out. These are pretty much the same exact length. Slide to slide, you can see that the lengths are the same. The difference is, however, since this is ported, the barrel is shorter than that of the Hellcat Pro. The regular Hellcat sits, recessed like in the barrel. Of course, like I said, this is a extended threaded barrel that I added on there. But when you have these guns side by side, from the tops, from the bottoms, all the above, they pretty much match up pretty identical. However, of course, as stated, the macro has the built-in compensator. Now, the built-in compensator, and the compensator in general, is, of course, if you guys don't know, is meant for the gases to leave. And when the gases leave up, that pressure, keeps the muzzle on the gun down. The Hellcat, for the most part, has been fairly fun. It's definitely got a little bit of kick compared to something like my Glock because it's smaller, smaller barrel, a little bit less on weight. Things like that, right? So I was like, the macro with that compensator gonna be any better? That was a question that just had me wondering. And of course, there's other ways out there. I've seen people mill hell ports or something where they put basically they can mill the hole and compensate the barrel on the Hellcat and all that. Or I could have just put that. The reason why I got a threaded barrel is because I was gonna add a compensator to it. But I later on just kind of changed my mind because it was like springs and stuff had to change out. Maybe down the road, who knows? But then I was like, well, what's this all about? And we grabbed it, we tested it out. For the most part, I'm getting used to the hands on this. It definitely feels smaller in my hands, but at the same time, there is a rogue grip on this one that is thicker. I don't know, maybe I need to put a grip on here, but this definitely feels like a more smaller gun in my hand, and that smaller gun, it definitely feels a little bit different shooting it. So right now, comparing the two, when I shoot this and I shoot this, I'm still kind of leaning towards the Hellcat Pro, but I think it's mainly because that's what I've been used to shooting. I think I need to continue to try shooting this, see how I do, and maybe even get a dot on here and just test that out as well. Because one thing that I noticed and I didn't think about till later is, yes, this has a compensator on it, but by getting a compensator, you have a shorter barrel, which a shorter barrel means more snappierness. So it's like you're taking one thing away and you're adding something, but you're taking something away, so you're kind of being like the same exact thing here. You get what I'm saying? It's like you put the compensator on this gun for it to be less recoil, which I was wanting to get with this, but in order to get less recoil, you had to get a shorter barrel. But with a shorter barrel, you get more recoil. Kind of like when you play Call of Duty and you're adding on an attachment and it has like a plus aim of sight, and then you add another attachment that has a negative aim of sight. It's like, does it really even matter at that point? I don't know. I would definitely say though, shooting this and shooting this, when I compared the two, I was shooting better groups as far as, precision wise of what I was shooting in this one. However, I do have a sight and I've been shooting this more. When I shoot this right now, I've been shooting lower left. And it's definitely probably me just like anticipating the recoil. That's usually what that is when you shoot lower left. I was thinking maybe the sights. I don't know, I'm gonna wait and see. I'm gonna get my red dot and I'm gonna test this thing out more and more. But I definitely like, man, the 17 rounds, the extra 2 rounds is definitely nice. Sig Sauer, definitely a notable brand out there. Hellcat, great brand out there as well. Both of these guns have not given me an issue. And I wanna do basically, a comparison even fuller down the road, like a head-to-head challenge or something, so we'll definitely check it out. I will say though, this is is a nasty little guy, man. I definitely enjoyed it. I think it shoots very well. The trigger, I really like the trigger on this. I like the trigger on here. So you got a little bit of creep. Here's a pressure, mush, mush. There you go. Reset. Apparently now too, we can show the taking out and inserting magazines. I'm hearing that now. I'm gonna wait a little bit longer until we get confirmation on that. So yeah, as far as sights go, it has the glow on the dark on the tip. And then of course back here, this is some typical white. I can't remember if these glowed in the dark or not, but I liked it, man. I like the gun. It feels definitely good in hand. I'm not shooting it as good as the Hellcat, but like I stated before, I'm just used to the Hellcat. So we'll just have to wait and see as far as weight goes. They're about very similar. This definitely just feels a little bit more slimmer in my opinion, but I think it's just because it has so much less attachments to it, and this Rogue grip definitely gets things a little bit more fatter and a little bit more better in my hand. I like that feeling in my hand more. So, you know, maybe some things to add in, and I could definitely, you know, be a little bit better when it comes to this macro. 17 round magazine, of course. 17. Orange follower, you know, nice to go. Stay tuned. We'll do a full-on in-depth review and like thoughts and opinions and all the above for this gun as we get more and more on it, Picatinny bottoms and everything else out there. I'm just gonna give you guys my first initial thoughts, my first mag, and somewhat a little bit of a comparison of what I've been shooting, which has been the, of course, Springfield Hellcat. I need to even do a more in-depth video on that one. So stay tuned. Let me know if you have any questions down below in the comment section. I love y'all, and I'm out. Peace.